I don't know if you can see this, the crystals flashing.
Francisco?
So I'm working basically also with performers, with dancers.
And you've been a dancer yourself, you told me, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was a long time ago, actually. Dancers are extensions of my work, starting from the back to the front.
Can you hear me? I think he's saying something. I cannot hear you. I'm sorry.
I'm a sculptor, and I work here in Rio. I work with Carnival, and with mask I begin something nice, free, nice, colorful, just to make something feeling good. Yes, I'm wearing a parrot.
I love it.
Very nice.
Can I ask a question?
I'm not sure why I gravitated towards masks, but I think moving to New Orleans had a lot to do with it. I am an ager dyer, which is the person that makes the costumes look dirty, makes them look old. Oh wow, that's amazing. Francisco's masks. They're just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger.
Nah, sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, no problem.
Game of Thrones revisited with some fur and the Revenant vibes. I actually spent days making my brand new designs dirty and damaged. And when I told the artist that I made it with papier-mâché, he was like, what?
I hear you good.
Yeah.
Hi, yeah, we can hear you.
And what you see is actually, I'd say like the first mask / headpiece I've ever made. You can see maybe more, you feel like it's tribes but living in a foreign planet in the future. So it's so inspiring to hear stories of like people actually having like full-time work in costume design. So for example, Marine, when I see the photo shoot, I was like, yeah, please.
And all that pink stuff on your, the pink, like, I want everything.
It's actually the first time that I'm wearing one of my pieces, and I'm like, no wonder everybody complains so much. I'm half Brazilian and half Swiss, and I was brought up in Brazil, so you can see the influence as well as, you know.
Yes.
Carnival.
Oh wow, hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Marco.
On my own, used to make masking costumes for basically going out clubbing. They were inspired by religion and mythology and tarots. There's a really big queer community, and we like to dress up.
Daniel?
I love headwear.
Sometimes he appears and floats to the rooms, and we all know.
You won't be able to hear me very well if I keep wearing it. So I call them photo masks because I use a photo and papier-mâché. Now I have over 100 of them, and I keep making more and more. Like
I'm like, wow.
Why are you not wearing your mask, Katya?
Here's my mask. It's the first mask that I did. I can light it somehow a little bit more. I put also a little bit of hot glue on it to put it down.
And I created this mask. Broken cameras are my material. As a photographer, you are always hiding behind the camera, and the camera becomes a kind of a mask.
These are cicada wings that are transparent and with resin. But then I sculpted this middle part, which is based on bats, but it's the horseshoe-nosed bats. But I promise I will start making masks too.
I live my life as art. I don't see them as costumes, really. These are just my outfits. This is just how I live.
We can't hear you, Daniel.
You can't hear me?
You look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. It's absolutely roasting because I think I made the decision to wear wool in a pretty hot room. I kind of got into masks on accident, sweaty underneath, but it wasn't really the focus until like this year where I was kind of like, oh, hold on, there's like a pattern.
It's very crazy and it's beautiful at the same time.
And I started to wear masks for the first year I was in London, every day.
Sorry? Excuse me? Francisco?
Hi.
Hi!
Do you hear me? My microphone is under my beard.
Oh, no. I hope he will come back.
Gabriela? I'm from Paula.
and we decided to make these masks.
Instead of cover our faces, we wanted to highlight our expressions.
And I decided to just quit my job and start doing my masks. So my work's inspired by Carnival as well. As a kid, I used to dress up. My mom used to make my costumes. And this mask here that you guys are seeing in the back is inspired by the Bate-Bolas, which is like a alternative carnival that happens in Rio.
A Hindi goddess or a Celtic warrior or a Brazilian dancer.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do this and I do jewelry. Not mainly. Yeah, well, maybe. At the moment, I'm a mask viewer mainly. It's just some kind of a melting point, and it's all free.
Can you see us, Francisco? From where are you looking out? From the mouth?
Yes, yes, my eyes are here. And then I started making masks with the materials that I had in my room or university projects. Most of the paper I use is newspaper or sketches and a little bit of clay in these details.
You sit in the museum at night and I actually recreate new looks, like from old pastimes. And so they're like a whole tapestry of me wearing everything that I've worn in the past. The other thing is I worked in nightlife for a very long time, and I would make sure that everyone dressed up. If they weren't dressed up, they weren't coming in. It's not what you wear on your head, it's how you wear it. And I love seeing all these amazing creative people. And this Zoom call is the best Zoom call that I think I've ever been on, because it's like people are playing with their outfits and they're coming alive, and it's, you know.
I must say that I didn't even know this place existed before I met you.
So not a lot of people know about it. People usually know about Tahiti or Fiji. I make oceanic trip-hop music, by the way. That's the way I call it. This is Heliopora.
Exactly. We titled it Heliopora, like the blue, I wanted to say algae.
It's actually the first time that I'm performing with a mask.
My doors are locked with silver chains. My windows are taped, no escaping. My fingers are crossed, no trust in anything. My heart's a hole, come lose yourself in we believe every word springing from your lips. We can live in a world where we're tied at the hips. We will give up our minds. Do as you please with them, you receive when we leave, when we grieve, you don't mind. Inside those walls, our structure falls. I feel it too. On the other side, inside those walls, our minds will roam. So lean into its brighter side. By now you should have been aware of the consequences and despair. Right now you should be on your toes, dancing in the last remaining snows. We believe every word springing from your lips. We can live in a world Where we're tied at the hips, we will give, we will give, we will give up our minds. Do as you please with them, you receive when we leave, when we grieve, you don't mind. Inside those walls, our structure falls. I feel it too, on the other side. Inside those walls, our minds will roll. So lean into its brighter side. Inside those walls, the words will stall. You need it too, on the other side. Inside those walls, our nature calls. So give into its better side.
That thing that he was wearing was really heavy. I think he's just.
I feel I'm getting cross-eyed when I'm looking through this mask sometimes. I have a weird vision now.
I sprayed it with black spray and it stinks so much that I felt like I'm going to faint any second.